Hello guys, it's Yada here, and today we have a Banlist prediction video. I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! The TCG meta, and yesterday I played all day long Yu-Gi-Oh! I went to an OTS championship, and I got top 8. I was knocked out by Snake Eyes, so yeah, I feel like I got a good grasp of the current meta, so I feel like I can give a little bit of my input of what cards I think are worthy to be hit or worthy to come back from the ban list, what I think the next ban list will look like. So yeah, let's get started. So right off the back, we have some floodgates. We know that Konami just until recently started addressing floodgates. They didn't want to touch any of the floodgates in the past ban list, but the last ban list saw like rivalry get hit, Gozen get hit, so there can only be one get hit. So yeah, I feel like in the upcoming list, Konami is going to start addressing some of these annoying floodgates that we've been telling them for literally years to touch, but they, for some reason, they didn't want to touch it, right? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So, but I do feel like Konami, until now, maybe new management came around or something, and they were like, dude, what are we doing, right? We're killing our game. So yeah, anti-spell, I feel like right now is currently at 3. I feel like it's probably gonna go to a limit because I feel like they want to limit things before eventually banning them. So I feel like the next list we're gonna see this being limited. Summon limit is the most popular floodgate in the game right now. I got summon limited multiple times yesterday at the OTS championship, and it does not feel good, right? Because all of this combo heavy decks put up a big monster board, right? And they you still need like backrow removal to be able to deal with this floodgate. So, but if you have something like a Baron and a Savage to protect it, like what are you gonna do, right? So I feel like this also will get limited. The next ban list, right? Eventually it will get banned, but I feel like it's gonna get limited. And the fact that you can send it off of the Black Witch or you can send it off of your Snake Eye monsters just makes it so that you can floodgate your opponent, but you're not floodgated by it, because when it comes back to you, you can just send it for cost and get rid of it and play freely. So I don't know who thinks that's fair. So skill drain, for some reason this came to 3, but I feel like Konami will limit it in the next list as well. I mean, this is, if you don't have it out, you just kind of lose, especially if the opponent like built their deck to be able to play around skill drain. So I feel like Engage to 2 has done absolutely nothing. I've seen some people experiment like Snake Eye Sky Striker with a couple of Sky Striker spells, but all of those went out the door. Nobody plays that anymore. It was more like a gimmick. So I feel like Engage can finally come back to 3. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna break anything. Sky Striker is in such a bad spot. They're gonna get more support in the next sets coming in a little bit. So but I feel like Engage to 3 will make it so they'll sell those sets even more, because people will be more excited to play Sky Striker. So, and in the little like anime trailer that they did, we saw a little bit Rose, Ray battling each other. So I feel like it's in the best interest of Konami to be able to sell some of these new cards. So I welcome a new Sky Striker format. I used to play against Sky Striker like when it was like Salad, Orcus, Sky Striker, Thunder Dragon, and that was fine. The only thing was the floodgates that made it annoying, but that's why we're addressing some of the floodgates. So also Spiral Master Plan, I feel like maybe putting it back to limit. Right now, Spiral is literally tier 20. Like, it's so bad right now. It is so bad. And I feel like just this will give them a little bit of a boost. A lot of people have PTSD back when Spiral was tier 0, but that was a lot of years ago. And like, decks right now are so much more resilient. Even with Master Plan being off the list, they still don't have a 1-card starter. Right now people are running 13 to 15 1-card starters. Spiral doesn't have a 1-card starter. Even the field spell, which is broken, like quote unquote broken, it doesn't give you a 1-card starter. So I feel like this deck, even with Master Plan, won't be consistent. People are still gonna break on it. So now we have Title. Title is, I believe, the only Dragon Ruler that's still on the ban list. I think bringing it to limited will be a good thing right now, especially since we don't have like a Guido, Kelbeck, those cards that will be really annoying to dump off of this. I feel like now that we got rid of some of those problematic cards, title can come back now. So now we have Terratop. So Terratop is currently at 2, hasn't done anything. The only deck that I see playing this will be something like a Burning Abyss, Virtual World, something along those lines. Let's just bring this to 3. It's at 2, hasn't done anything. Come on. Now we have the also loved Runic Fountain, right? So there's a lot of cards in the Runic archetype that are worthy to be hit, but I feel like the one that everybody focuses on is either Tip or Fountain, right? Tip being able to search anything, and Fountain being able, not a once per turn, the draw effect, being able to draw up to like 6 cards and stuff like that. It's pretty insane if you ask me. So I don't think drawing 6 should be the way to go, right? So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and limit it. Right now it's semi-limited. I don't think banning it would be the correct choice, especially since they need this to be able to play, right? Otherwise, the whole Runic deck is dead. I don't like killing decks. I just like slowing them down, right? So I feel like limit on Fountain would be good. Same thing with Kirin. Kirin is one of the MVPs of the Fire King archetype, and I feel like putting a limit on this would be good. So limiting this would be very, very good. So that's what we're gonna put, limit on a Kirin, right? This is like almost like a call by sometimes. Like let's say you activate Snake Eye Ash, right? Your opponent Baylors, you go ahead and chain Kirin. Now Snake Eye Ash resolves, you know, so it's almost like a call by in some scenarios. So now we have Pankratops Unlimited. It's a 2. It's not doing anything, right? People who just have PTSD. Pank to 3 would be just a sweet spot. Same thing with Second Light. Give some support to all these monster heavy decks. Maybe like Emancipator will play this. Maybe like Burning Abyss. All these decks that are seeing like no tops or any nobody's playing them, right? Like Second Light will help some of those decks. Now we have True Draco Masterpiece. So I think Masterpiece can honestly just come back. Like people used to play 2 of this even when it was a 3 because it's bricky, and like people just didn't like playing against True Draco because of the floodgates, right? The floods. So I feel like we're addressing the floods. Konami's addressing the floods. I feel like this could easily like just come back unlimited. Like I said, even when it was a 3, people would just play 2, and True Draco is not doing anything at the moment. So I feel like Masterpiece is pretty safe to come back, right? So now we have Meow Meow. Meow Meow is a strong card, right? Let's just put that out there. Meow Meow is a strong card. Right now, Prank Kids doesn't have any 1-card starters, so this will make it so they're back to their 15 1-card starters. So but I don't think that Prank Kids will break anything, right? Especially because Verti Anaconda is not in the game anymore. You know, that was one of those cards that made it really annoying to face, because even if you hand trapped them a couple of times, they would still end up on like a DPE, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. So I feel like putting Meow Meow to 1 just to test the waters, and if it doesn't do anything, then we can bring it to 2 and 3. But I feel like putting it to 1 would be good. Harpoor, just unlimited. There's no reason why this is limit. Orcus is not doing anything. Sanctifier. What a lot of people don't know about Sanctifier is that a lot of people focus on Gimmick Puppet, right? They're like, oh, Konami, please get rid of Gimmick Puppet. That card is so annoying. It's like, well, you know, then if you get rid of Gimmick Puppet, there is Raw's Disciple. I mean, they have a lot, and I mean a lot of cards that they could lock you with, right? It's not just Gimmick Puppet. So the problematic card is Sanctifier, right? This is what sets everything up. So I believe that this should get banned, the first card on the ban list. So also Flame Birch, a broken card, right? Like this is basically what pluses Snake Eyes so much, because not only does it set up like an SP or an IP on the back row, right, for the following turn. It's 2 bodies. Himself plus 2 bodies from graveyard, and if you Uh, and if your opponent has like a monster, let's say they nibbed you, so they have like a Nibiru on the field, you can just go ahead and place the Nibiru on the spell and trap card zone. So it's not only is it like multiple bodies, also an interruption, right? Multiple interruptions, because you're able to place a monster on the spell and trap card zone. That's an interruption. Then you're able to special summon during your opponent's turn something that's in the spell and trap card zone, right? So if you place the Baron from your opponent's field to your side of the field, now that's another interruption. Like, but you can just put your own spell and trap card zone monster, so you can place like an SP or an IP. So this guy is just follow up plus interruptions. He's the whole enchilada, right? The whole enchilada. So I believe that that's another ban-worthy card. This card is insane. I don't think it's gonna remain post ban list. Limiting it would do nothing. Some people play one, most people play two, but some people play one, so limiting will do nothing. I believe that banning is the only option with this card. Wanted, one card starter, Searching the Black Witch. The card's just insane, right? It gives Snake Eyes a one card combo, just gives it that much more consistency. That's why we're in a tier 0 format right now, because they have so much consistency. So I believe lowering the consistency will be the way to go. So I think limiting it will probably be the option. So semi-limit, I don't really like the semi-limit list. I think that cards that are in semi-limit should either be limited or banned, or should be unlimited. But the only card that should be in the semi-limit should be Malicious, right? So Destiny Hero Malicious. But aside from that, no other card should be there, right? So yeah, I like the way the list turned out. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Put it in the comments below. But I'll catch you on the next video.